these are some relatively deep rods. I mean, with high level of peace. So I'm not sure why it burns like that. It burns like a very shallow rod. You the pedophile scumbags may get out of their cells in order to show presence. Anyway, they don't worth like appearance in such videos, in scientific videos. Anyway, yes, they are roaming the apartment. Showing their presence. So it's a question. Why it's like that actually? Because it's not. The rod is pretty deep inside the pea, and there is like a good layer of wax, of course, and then a little bit of clay and soil. But it burns like very hot, and you see, hot. You see, there is like, of course, large parallelism. I have no interest like in letting it burn like so hot. Actually, I don't understand the phenomenon. If anyone is more versed in electrolysis, can explain what's going on. I will try to just touch the rod with the pencil a little bit. The rod doesn't touch this, of course, like the magnet. There is a magnet here. It doesn't, of course, touches the magnet, but it's pretty, it's pretty deep. I wouldn't say that it's not deep. It's deep. Maybe there is like some kind of like ultra. This is interesting. Is this a life form? Microscopic examination of this one will be extremely interesting, I assure you. But I'm not sure that I want to do it right now because I've already taken, 3 samples from before actually I started, and I wanted to show you these while this is working. But it works so hot. I'm not sure why. My aim was to do it it's like high capacity electrolysis, but this is like, it just burns. I don't want it to burn like that. You see the very elaborated, construction. We have, double parallelism, of course. This looks like Alien, from Alien vs Predator, something like that. You see it, like Alien vs Predator. So I'll tell you what I do. What I can do, maybe it will avoid this kind of burning, is first of all I will mix everything, and then what I'll do is actually I will switch between the positive and the neutral directions. Maybe it will somehow and of course we also see the phenomenon of the pulses with the electrolysis that I've seen quite a bit, and I cannot understand why. But maybe what we can do now is actually put it here, stop electrolysis for a second. Now when you stop it, there is still kind of like, because the transformer acts, to some extent as capacitor, so when you touch it, it's still, you still see some kind of like, watch. So it looks like it's okay. So let's reverse the rods. This is one. You hear the pedophile zombies, they are making a show. I'm not sure what does it mean, but I can never actually tell. It's so avant-garde. The theater is truly avant-garde. So yeah, it looks okay. So now let's put it back in the socket and see what happens. This fire burns for a long time. Of course, I refilled the oil several times. Okay, so I mean, there is like, I mean, we have this, I mean, you have a circle, yes, like in online, it burns much, like, I mean, so it's in online socket, so I mean, well, maybe like keep it that way for some time. I mean, I didn't like, I mean, the burn stuff, too much burn. Of course, we need to remember, I mean, our objective is not to create like foam that looks like Alien versus Predator. Our objective is to create both neurons and life forms. The two in the middle are connected, of course, to the black, now to the positive rod. I mean, the white is the neutral, and then white is parallel to two from each side, which you see. They don't like me to speak. I'm not sure why. I mean, is this something symbolic? Like, I mean, does it, I mean, maybe my speech kind of like makes the worms in their body dance? I don't know, you tell me, or maybe, I don't know, because they hate me, I don't know. But I mean, the sound of my voice is, for certain, I mean, the thing that they hate the most, like more than anything. Do you understand why? I don't know. Anyway, I know pedophile zombies. I mean, they will pedophile zombie. So now it's better. Like, I mean, that the hot rod, I mean, is parallel to 2 and the neutral is to 4. Even though it makes less sense actually from like it makes less sense in the previous. That's why I didn't do it like on first. I mean, it makes more sense like to that the higher parallelization will be with the positive rods. I mean, I think, I mean, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is just, I mean, it's not, I do not say it like, I mean, from like purely like physical perspective, but more like from like, I mean, I would say experience with this kind of like, I mean, work of technicians, you know. Okay, so let's keep it like that for some time. We see that we already have quite a bit of foam. The foam is actually very rich. It's tempting to watch it under the microscope, but we also already have 3, I mean, samples, like, I mean, from, there is a very nice show that's going on right now in the adjacent, like, there is like a room that, I mean, it's not occupied now, but maybe it's going to be occupied, or maybe it's kind of like a show, like a room that's starting to be occupied. A very, I mean, you know, I'm sure very interesting show. I mean, you know, the writer must have been like, you know, a prostitute of the highest caliber. But I mean, I don't want to spoil your scientific video with, you know, things that belong more to, you know, to the liberal arts atmosphere, or, I mean, sphere of, like, I mean, human activities. So let's leave it for now. Maybe let's get back to later to, I mean, to these actions and their meaning, presumably. We do see here quite a bit of form, but not, I mean, as good as before. Yeah, I mean, quite a show. I mean, they do it. They just do it. I mean, this is my life. I'm surrounded by pedophile zombies that like to create shows that are directed by all sort of, and, you know, and screenwritten by all sort of, like, I mean, prostitutes in Tel Aviv or whatever, or Langley. I don't know where. I mean, you know, all over the, you know, the Western world, mostly United States and Israel. Yeah. I mean, I'm in prison here, as you've seen, like in the previous video. I mean, I cannot even leave if I wanted. So one of, like, the terms of the imprisonment is that I always need to be like the audience of their shows. So yeah, I mean, it's better than before. I mean, like, you don't see this burn, which is good. So we'll keep it like that for a while, and if we want more action, we'll actually reverse the rods again. But let's, for now, I mean, keep it like that. And like, it's okay that it's open, no big deal. And what we can do now is, I mean, I'll prepare the hookah again, and after that we'll conduct microscopic examination. We actually have 6 slides that were taken both from the crucible that you see right now burned and from the electrolysis chamber before I started the electrolysis. So we have quite a bit of, like, material. Even before, of course, more samples should be taken after, like, all of this action. But I mean, let's first watch the reference videos that could be interesting, I mean, as well. But let's first start with the hookah that, of course, symbolizes the starship, as you know. So stay with us. It's going to be very interesting, I hope. Yeah, I mean, it's online, it's fine.